Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic K-Man channel. I am Cosmic, and today I wanted to talk about all the Final Fantasy news we've gotten. And it's quite a bit, so don't mind me. I just woke up like an hour ago. But I wanted to break down a couple of trailers and pretty much talk about what's going to be in the Final Fantasy games, what to expect, some theories and all that. So just, have fun with all this. So let's just get into it. So I want to start with Ever Crisis. So we'll go ahead and, oops, whoa, almost knocked my controller down. We'll go ahead and watch this and then see what it's like and whatnot, and then we'll talk about it. I'll turn it up so you guys can hear it better. So it's pretty much a remake of the original, with new models and whatnot. Man, it looks really good. And this is coming on the phone, but even though it's coming out on iOS and Android and all that stuff, I'm pretty excited. Here we got Zack right there. So when you fight in combat, it goes to the remake engine and models, which is pretty cool. You guys are different skins. That's like where the paywall stuff's gonna be. And this part's a little bit confusing with Sephiroth. I think they're gonna go over his past, maybe? This is Nibelheim. We got Genesis. Genesis is gonna be important, especially in Rebirth. Oh, that scene looks so cool. Yeah, I'm assuming this has to be younger Sephiroth. Has the same hair and everything. Like, I don't know what this means, but I guess they'll go over his backstory and whatnot. But overall, I wanted to just show you guys this and talk about it. So, like I said, this is the phone game. You can see some of the phone elements up there. It's going over all of the Final Fantasy VII stuff, all the importance of events and all that, and it's pretty much a remake of the original. Like I said, it's different from remake, but this is a pretty cool remake for people to get into if they can't get the PS1 game, or if it's hard for them to get into what the original was because it's hard to play or it's too old or whatever. This is a more digestible way for people to play remake, and this is really cool that they're making it. And I like the way the game looks. How the character models look, and like when you're running around. There's some scenes somewhere where they're running around. Yeah, right here. You see Cloud running around. Looks so cool. So yeah. So Ever Crisis, I'm pretty excited for. We're not going to talk about First Soldier because I really don't care about it. But it's cool, I guess. That is a thing for people to try. But the combat looks... the combat looks cool. Remake-esque, which is awesome. Turn-based and all that. So Ever Crisis is something I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to see if they're going to change the story or not. If they're going to remix certain elements so that it kind of fits in with what Rebirth is doing, or if it's just like strictly like, oh, this is just a remake, an actual remake of the original game, and nothing's been touched, no timelines or anything. But we'll have to see in that one. It did say something interesting at the beginning, another possibility for a remake. So I wonder if this means that this could be a different timeline, and that even though these events are playing out similar to how they should be, that something might be different. But we'll see. But let me know what you guys think on that one, though. I'm pretty interested in that one. So this is the same thing. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna look up Crisis Core. And Crisis Core is something I'm excited for because it's been a long time and the game's super underrated, and finally Zack feels important again. So I'm pretty excited about this one right here. And I'll play it real quick for a little bit. Yeah, because of Zack, all this is possible. Zack and Sephiroth. Oh, my bad, my audio's off.
Right? Zack speaking.
Making progress, Zack.
And Geo.
Oh, it's a different voice actor from the
I can
remake.
cut loose, right?
within reason.
It's showtime.
Well, this one's a remake and I think somewhat of a remaster. Same time.
Soldier First Class Genesis. A month ago, he went missing during a mission in Wutai.
You know, I've never actually seen you use that. Don't you think it's sort of a waste?
Use brings about wear, tear, and rust, and that's a real waste.
That combat looks so cool. Very similar to the PSP one. Very, very similar. I thought it was a phone game when I first saw it.
Project G gave birth to the man we know as Genesis.
Project G.
Project Genesis.
Settle down, Zack the puppy. What do you know?
Shit, we're lapdogs! Heaven?
Not quite. It's a church.
By the way, what is your dream? To become first? Is it?
No, to become a hero.
Ah, good. Unattainable dreams are the best kind.
I'll talk about that when we
Embrace
do
your
it.
dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor.
As soldier! Come and get it!
Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. Oh, I cannot wait for this. So there's a lot to talk about in this one. And overall, I'm pretty excited for it. It's cool that Zack, especially in Rebirth and Final Fantasy VII Remake 2020, it's just cool that he's important again. And like, he's going to have so much... I don't know how they're going to do it, since, I mean, he's alive now. But it's going to be very interesting. I don't know if Crisis Core, if he'll survive this. I would assume that Crisis Core is different from what they're doing in Rebirth, just based off of how Remake ended. I'm actually kind of confused on that one, if this is just the same retelling of the PSP game or not. But well, I guess we'll have to see on that one, if it ties in with the Rebirth game or not. Either way, though, it's cool to see the gameplay, see the slots right there, the potion system and all that. Very, very cool, and I'm glad that you get to see in Genesis, again, is going to be super important. I believe that he'll show up in Rebirth to help them out or to fight, which is going to be pretty cool. Let me see in Geo right here, which I was going to say, if you look, where is it at? Right there. I didn't know that, I forgot he had a white wing, which will be important later on, we'll talk about it, but remember this white wing right here. That's going to be super important for the Rebirth stuff. And other than that, man, I'm just super excited because it's cool to see Zack back, man. It's cool to see him and to see Crisis Core get finally a remake / remaster kind of mixed into the two. But I'm very excited that Final Fantasy, the team is just killing it, man. We got Ever Crisis, we got Crisis Core Reunion, we got Rebirth, and then we got the last game, the last remake trilogy game that's coming out here in a couple years once Rebirth drops. But yeah, the trailer was cool. You see Sephiroth right there. Looks great. Zack's model looks amazing. I really like how Zack looks. There's a really cool shot of him somewhere. Yeah, right here. He just looks really good. I get like the early 2000s vibe from all of them. Genesis looks great. Hopefully they change his character up a bit. I didn't like him too much back in the day. But he's cool though. I want to like him. I really want to. So I want to see more of Genesis and his story. And really make him important. And then right here we see the faded scene of Zack. So I'm pretty excited to see what they do with it. And how this might tie into Rebirth, or it might just be just a retelling of the original. But either way, it seems pretty cool. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I feel like Reunion's going to be pretty important, as we've seen throughout the remake series so far. And then, last but not least, I'll play this for you guys, and I will be quiet.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future not the past.
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side. I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
Ooh, what do you even talk about after watching that? Wow. And it comes out this winter. Okay, so here's everything that comes out. Integrate is out now on Steam. Crisis Core Union's coming out this winter. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out next winter. But what do we break down in here? So the first thing that we see is a white feather. Remember how I told you guys to remember that white feather? That could be symbolizing, and I'll make a theory about this, either a good Sephiroth, which I talked about. If you guys watch my other channel, the Cosmic K-Man Expansion Pack Plus channel, we talked about how this could mean that this could be a good Sephiroth right here and a good timeline. But now I forgot that Angeal had white wings, so it could be something to do with Angeal. I think so. It's either one of the two options. So what will become the planet? And the first thing we see is Meteor, which is very interesting. And I thought that was pretty cool. Now we see Sephiroth and Cloud going into Nibelheim, which is pretty awesome. I'm assuming this game is going to be segmented open world. I don't know if all of it's going to be open world. I mean, I'm down for anything. If they want to make it linear or if they want to make it open world, by all means. But I mean, the game looks great. I'm in awe about how good this is. Definitely Unreal Engine 5. If you guys watch my video about Kingdom Hearts 4, I said that Final Fantasy is moving to that. A lot of other projects are moving to Unreal Engine 5 most likely, and I'm pretty excited to see. There's something down there. I want to see what that is. We got some buildings right here, some Mako stuff. Interesting. So I can see some buildings down here and then something in that crevice. And then it showed Aerith again, which is very interesting. The dark, that materia. God, I cannot wait for this to come out. But yeah, I want to break this down in a separate video, but so far, I'm so excited. Look how good Zack's model looks, man. He's actually got blood on him this time, which is pretty cool. Still going to be a teen-rated game, but that's pretty cool. He looks really good. So it's cool. I wonder what they're going to do with Zack. The fact that he's back, the fact that they brought him back to life, it's got to mean at some point, whether in Rebirth or the third game, yeah, definitely the next game, he's going to have to tie in, he'll tie in really big with this Cloud right here, our present day Cloud. Well, technically that would be Zack, but I'll explain that later. But technically he'll tie in with this universe, this timeline. But right now he's still right here. He's still in the past. And they're building the sector right there. So I'm very curious at how Zack's going to jump from right here to where they're at in the present day. So that's going to be pretty interesting. And this is a rebirth. I wonder if this is a rebirth of a timeline. Or not. No. It's a very interesting title. We'll break that down too. I'm going to think on that, but it's very interesting. It's called Rebirth. The remake. Everything got remade. We have a brand new timeline. And this is the rebirth of Genesis, of Sephiroth's new planet. It does talk about Sephiroth here. What will become of the planet? He might not use Meteor. He might use something else. And then it says specifically too, what is Sephiroth's endgame? So that's very interesting that those are two very appealing questions that I want to find some answers to. We don't know what his endgame is. He knows how he loses. He's very well how they beat him in the PS1 game, so I'm pretty excited to see how they're going to overcome that. Because they're definitely going to beat Sephiroth. It's just, it's unknown how they're going to do it or what's Sephiroth's plan. Oh, this is interesting too. What is fact and what is fiction? That is interesting. So what this can be? Is this considered Since Zack's not supposed to be alive, is this considered fiction, I wonder? But he overcame fate? I'm so confused. But it's a good confused, because now we have a lot to talk about. But overall, I'm super happy that all these remakes are about Zack and how important he's going to be moving forward. So that's pretty cool. I cannot wait. Let me know what you guys think about Ever Crisis, Crisis Core Reunion, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm very excited for all three of these titles. I'm definitely going to make more videos and theories, kind of break them down even better than this. But I just want to have a discussion overall about all three of these games and like look at some small details and kind of just break down my thoughts. If you guys were asking what am I most excited for, Rebirth, my second most excited thing I'm for. Crisis Core is my second most, and then third is Ever Crisis. So in that order, I'm very excited for those games, and I cannot wait to see what the series is going to look like going into next year. It's going to be pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate it. If you guys can like, comment, subscribe, and share my video, that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm a lot, and it helps me as a small content creator. So thank you. Let me know what you guys think about all these Final Fantasy VII titles that we're getting, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.